breezy boy, breezy boy, savage 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 breezy boy, breezy boy. Easton spoon. Amandla. Amandla. Exactly. Power is ours. And right now, Black Panther's winning the Oscars. Big time. With nominations that are ridiculous. They make a little bit of supremacists out there feel out of place. So now I'm looking at the article. There's many articles that are out there about people not liking Black Panther getting these nominations and awards, So it is what it is, Haters gonna hate, and that's their fate. Looking at the first one, which is big, I love the American Psycho. Easton, Ellis has commented that it doesn't deserve an Oscar. Yeah, what are you talking about, dog? And there's a lot of people, and it's white people, obviously. I'm gonna be frank right now, because I'm taking out my warrior spirit, and I'm gonna just show it off. Anyway, now they are hitting it, and just the writer and director, is he a director? I don't think so, but he was associated with American Psycho. Yeah, he is the director. He says no superhero movie has ever gotten the Best Picture nomination, said Ellis. But believe me, Disney is doing everything in its power to make sure that this happens, even though there is no one out here, in La La Land ever met who thinks Black Panther is good as a movie. Yet, as a piece of representation, they are supporting it. So, listen to that. I like the ending. Yet, as a piece of representation, they are supporting it. So, does it mean that we are not supposed to be represented? Does it mean that we are not supposed to be idolized, put as great icons, placed in great roles, and winning with box office, and winning with awards, and winning the majority who watch the movie, who understand that, this is a great story. This is a tale that depicts how Africa should have been. Again, I would say this goes or in a way of showcasing the supremacists not being happy with it. And yeah, it is what it is. It's the hate that they bring. Like with comments like this, I guess all of us should not be threatened or not feel as if we should go out there and speak about it. Let's just have that sense of pride that, you know what, I don't have to talk because what's going on already gives me enough action or satisfaction, and put satisfaction to just smile and grin and smirk there and there and tell you that, yo, Black Panther is kicking butt, you know. But we have to talk. I mean, as folks who, like African folks, we are so reserved. We do speak out aloud, but we are so reserved. So I want to defend my boy T'Challa here and say, no, it does deserve an Oscar. It does deserve a nomination because of the story that is heavy. I watched it like 3 times, 4 times because of the new level of talent that they've brought in. You know, you don't know most of these actors. You just know Chadwick and there and there. You know, of course, Michael B. Jordan. You know him. Lupita, of course, everybody knows her. She had to act a slavery movie, and then everybody knows her. You know. So I guess there was a few comments that I liked about other folks, you know, defending Black Panther, saying, "Oh, so it's okay when Black folks have to act a movie of oppression, you know, a movie of degrading the African image, you know, having just slavery movies coming in, 12 Years of a Slave, whatever. There's a lot. I can't even count. I don't even want to go back there because I might take out my Black Panther suit right now and just go on a hunting spree. But all those movies, they will be nominated because they show a Black person, you know, hitting the ground, eating the sand, and being humiliated because of, you know, the history that they had, and white folks doing what they do best, you know, degrading other races. And not all white folks, don't forget. If you're taking it too hard, yo, I'm not saying you. If you're not racist and you know that you're not racist, then kudos to you. So yeah, this already hits home with the comment, because in South Africa we had apartheid, and apartheid gave us that overview that enough is enough. We don't want to take these comments, you know. Heck, I salute Trevor Noah for even being the greatest spokesperson for anti-racism, and I'm glad he's doing wondrous things and massive multitudes of great impact with mindsets that needs to be changed. Of course, using comic relief there and there, but the truth was always set free. So that's a good question when it came to that person commenting saying, why should it be like that? Why should it be movies that degrade a Black image that you guys will let it become nominated? But when it comes to a Black excellence, young gifted and Black excellence, young gifted and Black supremacists, you feel as if no, it should not be nominated. Should we say it's racism? Should we say it's being biased? Should we say it's being having this white supremacist vibe towards something that is Black and powerful, and trying to degrade that, or being condescending against that factor? And I'm glad that it's happening. I'm glad that it's showcasing people's true colors so that they know who they are. It takes one or it takes another to show you who you are. And with Black Panther, it showed many true colors out there. True to the core. Like, people had to go and make these fake news about, you know, I can't watch Black Panther because I just got hurt in the cinemas. Yeah, someone beat me up and said it's not for me because I'm white. I'm like, really? Are we that violent? If we were, damn. I mean, every continent out there that's got a majority of Black people would have just been slaughtered or have some, you know, like like underground base of military or militia coming through and saying, you know what, we're gonna take over your country, But no, as I said, we tolerate and we accept. We just stick together and just say, it's cool. It's gonna get better. Yeah, actually, luckily, T'Challa stopped that. Let me put it that way in the movie. If it was gonna happen where Michael B. Jordan, Killmonger, had his way with his plan, then that should have happened. That should have been like an impactful part to showcase like what would they do with so much power, knowing that every brother around the continent is being mistreated like dogs, and now they've got that power to go and save them, to liberate them. So yeah, there's that complaint. There's so much in it, of course, because the story it just slaps you in the face, telling you, what, we should have been advanced. In reality, they are advanced. They're Wakanda's advanced, and they are proud to be in that position. But at the same time, there's so many complications because they neglect the other African brothers. They put them as strangers as well. It is so deep and underlaid with so many good Easter eggs of Black culture, and how would it be if there wasn't any interruption of colonization or anything like that. Yeah, but back to the comments. Seeing that, even like I follow comic book movies, and the comments there are ridiculous. Like, the website is a great portal or a great platform for information when it comes to comic book movies and comic books and just sci-fi and action, whatever. Even games, they're in there. But of course, linking towards comic books. So here, I've seen posts every time when Black Panther pops in, because it is popular. It's out there. Come on, guys. It made a lot of money. It was the first solo movie in Marvel to make $1 billion. Let it sink in. Let it sink in. First solo movie in Marvel to make $1 billion. Let it sink in. Don't forget, it's all about the numbers here. They don't see skin anymore. That's a thing of the past. And we still have this huge issue, dilemma, predicament that all of y'all will try to evade or subdue or place in a box. But within your heart, are you like that? We still have that issue. And right now, that issue is going to be overshadowed because of money. Money makes the world go around, baby. Money. No more supremacy. It's just money. If I got 30 billion here, and I don't know what I did with that money, but everyone would befriend me. Even the racist person, whoever lived in this planet, would be like, yo, dude, I need some money. Can I be your friend? And that's what it is. You get more money, you get more friends, and more problems. But as I said, it's all about the numbers. Right now, we are facing a huge pendulum shift, a mindset of folks who understand that it doesn't matter what background you come from, your ethnicity, your struggles, your upbringing. It doesn't matter. What matters is what you can do and what you can bring in. If you bring so much wealth, that's where a lot of people are interested. So with Black Panther getting these awards and everything, even Kevin Feige just went all out and says, I'm going to campaign for Black Panther because it's the best Marvel movie ever. Quote. Yes, he said that. And a lot of people, like, even the fans are like, well, Kevin, I like you, but no, you're going too far. I'm like, what? Who said that? Who gives you the right to say anything on his thoughts or comment or even try to alter his thoughts and say, probably he was whiplashed by the gross profit of Black Panther. And no, he told the truth, nothing but the truth. So as I said, it's all about the numbers. If you get a high rate of good audience results, And in South Africa, come on, flip, it broke like the record again. Like South Africans like fiction, and Marvel is the heart of fiction. And right now, like in Avengers, the first Avengers that came out, it broke records. Hence why in Avengers Age of Ultron, they came with a scene in South Africa where the Hulk was fighting the police and everything. I was a bit depressed that our force wasn't that, the military force wasn't like way dope. They were just like, oh, we're here with guns, but we don't know what to do with them. Yeah, I'm not degrading my people, but it wasn't presented well. Like the task force coming through, but it looked dope. At least they were aware that, hey, flip, there's a threat out there. Anyway, as I was saying, in the first Avengers, it broke records in our own country, and then eventually Black Panther, of course, without a doubt, took it to higher sites where we got to 100 million gross profit for Marvel, of course. And reason being is that they had South African actors, and it was an African pop culture of our own heritage. So you had your Zulu, Xhosa speaking people, even let me just say African Americans who speak Xhosa, they butcher it, I might say. But hey, they try. Amandla. Or even Ibambe. 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 With Zulu, it's aggressive. Ibambe. So anyway, South Africa just made sure that it got like 100 million in the SA box office, and that is a shocker. So Africans have received it big time. They loved it, and eventually the whole world did. So it goes to show, man, Black Panther deserves it. It does. It worked hard. The campaigns were out there. People funding other schools to go and watch it for Black History Month. Marvel really played well with this, and it's gonna be the ones that this is gonna be the one in the books, the biggest in history, of course, showing Black excellence and showcasing something that is new. A lot who complain about it, they won't be around for long unless they just have to go with the flow. But people don't change. You can't teach an old dog new tricks unless they're willing, unless a lot of people are out there to influence them. But if we get to hear writers and we get to hear comments from fans who are Marvel say that it doesn't deserve it, it's too overrated and all that, then who's going to change? I mean, first of all, if you're a fan, you love Marvel, and you get a movie that smashes the records, that enters the Oscars, and is trying to make something new, become a game changer, basically, because no superhero movie, and probably there's a few, but no superhero movie that has broken many records of being nominated for many awards. So I'm just going to read them out. Best Picture, Original Music Score, Best Costume Design. That definitely has to get it. Otherwise, I'm going to be pissed. Best Sound Mixing, Best Production Design, Best Sound Editing. Anyway, as I was saying, all these nominees that are out there, that's the first time in history where a comic book movie gets to be on that platform for the Oscars. And it's not always about representation. It's about the quality that the content has, and we get to see a lot of that. Like production design, hands down, has to get it. Sound mixing and all of that, hands down, he has to get it, because you get those African elements, you get those fine-tuned sounds that make it feel as if you're in Africa, but at the same time, it's not just Africa. It's a new place of high-end societies, and also the rush of new colors, fresh African colors. And each time you enter, I like the diegetic. You enter a place, boom, there's a new track. When you got into, who's this chick's name? T'Challa's sister, Shuri. She had that youthful vibe, and those are South African hits actually. So yeah, sound hands down, it has to get it. But nevertheless, man, Oscars sometimes have their own ways. It's definitely going to be a game changer. Like the nominations that are out there, I'm glad that Kevin Feige, for campaigning for Black Panther, done a good job, and let them keep on doing a great job, because that's the future right there. You've been sidelining black folks for a long time, Oscars, and this is the time. We're all human. I breathe the same air. If I can do that, I can act the same way as you do. And if I can showcase my culture, my roots, and give it to you, and you consume that, and you feel as if I'm in Africa, I could be that Black Panther, even though I'm white. But hey, representation is the key towards successful connection with your audience. And if other people understand the story, despite the person's appearance, they understand the whole notion of what that person is going through, then you made a connection. It doesn't have to be about skin. But hey, I don't want to be poetic, because I'm being savage. I need to be savage and say these white folks are crazy. They're on crack or cocaine or something like that, thinking that, hey, yo, it's not supposed to be, nominated. But to you out there, ha ha, ha ha, yeah. I can't wait for the Oscars, yo. Oh my gosh. One thing I want to say is that a lot of people didn't think Black Panther was going to be a hit. They're like, oh, Black Panther come out, cool. I also didn't think. I thought it was going to be Infinity War, but boom. 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 I can't take it. I feel like laughing all the time, but hey. So yeah, this was a savage review about these comments, man. Flip. I'll show you some comments. There was one, let's just see, in comic book movies. In that article, there's a few comments. They're like, let me look at one. Yeah, there we go. You see this one? A dude is like, God, let me just not use that word. This is a typical superhero. This is a typical superhero movie that doesn't deserve an award, especially an Oscar. Listen to that. And he's got like a Kratos profile picture there. Dante. That dude is on crack. He's on cocaine. He is. And then there's one dude at the Blink Panther. The fudge is that? He says, it won't win, so don't worry. Listen to that. Wow, you guys are so desperate. Anyway, this is Savage, Breezy Boy, and I am in savage mode because of the comments of Black Panther doesn't deserve a Oscar. But hey, watch this space, yo. It's gonna happen, and y'all will be gobsmacked when he gets an award. So yeah, hands down. Black Panther all the way. Guys, please support Black Panther in making sure that it gets a huge majority of people saying that it's gotta win. Tweet it, Facebook it, Instagram it. Make sure that everybody knows that Wakanda is forever, yo. It's forever. Feast on spoon.
kuzofiwa lana, kuzofiwa lana, hey, fiwa lana, kuzofiwa lana, kuzofiwa lana, kuzofiwa lana, hey.